What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here, and today I want to talk about a Void Sidearm of the Revenant arsenal, Insurmountable. This, in my opinion, if you love sidearms in PvE, is a must-have. It has a combo that is a one-of-a-kind right now for the Void Sidearms, or just sidearms in general. Also, in my opinion, sidearms are pretty good all around. Now, the exotic sidearms are king, but don't sleep on your legendary sidearms, especially if it fits a very niche goal of enhancing something with your build. So that's where Insurmountable falls. It's a sidearm that's going to be enhancing a very niche part of a specific category of build. If you guys understand Destiny, you guys probably can already figure out, but we'll jump into it. But before we do that, just want to mention, if you guys enjoy this content and want more from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified for when I do drop more content. Without the way, let's jump into this video. So I want to first admit something. This weapon will not be for everyone. This isn't your final warning, your buried bloodline, or even your traveler's chosen. This is a legendary sidearm, which means you are sacrificing something. However, like I said when this video started, this weapon has a one-of-a-kind combo worth diving into and grinding for. So here on screen is going to be all the perks. We're labeling it so you guys can follow. Now, all the way to the right, we have the origin trait Dark Ether Reaper. This is really good. Final blows with this weapon periodically spawns Dark Ether charges. Charges can be detonated early with weapons fire or by coming into contact with them. Doing so refills this weapon from reserves. This is nice, this is subtle, and for this specific weapon type, works very well. Over in column 4, we have destabilizing rounds, desperate measures, one for all, surrounded, rampage, closing time, and harmony. Over in column 3, we have lone wolf, repulsor brace, to the pain, threat detector, attrition orbs, demolitionist, and air assault. And for magazines, we have Acres rounds, appended mag, tactile mag, extended mag, steady rounds, alloy magazine, and flared magwell. For barrels, guys, nothing really too important to talk about. You'll see in the God Roll ideally which one you want. But as you guys can see, and getting this off the screen, it's pretty obvious what the God Roll is going to be. And here on screen is that God Roll. Specifically, we want small bore, just giving us a +7 range and stability. I think for sidearms, more range and stability is going to feel the best compared to like arrowhead break, really honing in on recoil direction, stuff like that. Want a little bit more range. This weapon, even though this is PvE, does suffer, at least in sidearms in general, suffer from a little bit of range. We have tactile mag, and then we have repulsor brace and destabilizing rounds with a range masterwork. Now, if you are a veteran, you understand why this is the best, arguably the only God Roll worth the grind. For those who are unaware, let's go into it. So, destabilizing rounds and repulsor brace is a combo that might be one of the most synergetic perk combinations in the game right now, but also one of the worst perk combinations in the game right now. There's a lot to go over to kind of explain that little dilemma here. Destabilizing rounds. Weapon kills cause enemies to explode into a burst of void energy, applying volatile to enemies in a 6.5 meter radius around the target. This has a cooldown of 3 seconds between activation, which is a hit or miss for some people. Some people wish that this wasn't really the case. I kind of see why they couldn't do that, because one, it would just be insane. But it's important to mention that this void energy is kind of a volatile that is considered a debuff for affected enemies around the explosion. So the explosion itself will not trigger that repulsor brace buff, but the kills around it will. So keep that in mind with ads and things like that. Now you pair this with repulsor brace, which like I said, kills against void debuff enemies, grants a 45 HP void overshield for 8 seconds, and this is considered one stack of a void overshield, with another one getting you the max overshield. Two things are important here. Void overshield got a very nice buff this episode, amounting for an additional 67% in total health when fully maxed out, so it makes this combo, in my opinion, very desirable here. The other important thing, like I mentioned, is that this combo is only worth it if you are building around Void itself. This can be prismatic too, but personally, the most juice here with this combination lies with the Void subclass itself. The repulsor destabilizing combo by itself after the void overshield buff still feels a bit empty by itself, not really getting some void synergy and things like that. Hence why I said in the beginning of the video, this is a very niche purpose here. You must be building into void as a whole to get something incredible here. Now, it is fair to mention that we could talk about other weapons or other options here using and pairing with the void niche subclass, whatever you want to say, but I don't really think that's important. I just want to share with you guys this one-of-a-kind combo. Tell you guys that I do think that this is worth really farming, because it is solid right now, especially when you build into it, and depending on the future of the sandbox, champion mods and things like that, it could be a powerhouse. Insurmountable, very niche. Will this make you want to use it and grind for it? I don't really know. If you guys are trying to future-proof certain things, trying to get something out of a specific Void build while using a different archetype, this is a very solid weapon. If you just are a casual player, wants to use the best weapons, this may not be it for you, but that's just me being honest about what we're working with. Legendary sidearms, like I said before, they're not useless, but they're just not kings compared to those exotic sidearms, so just keep that in mind. But in general, if you guys have any comments about this Void Sidearm Insurmountable, leave it down below. I really personally am liking it a lot with my Titan Void build and things like that. Might make a video on that pretty soon, Void centric. It's really good, it's really fun, but again, if you're a hunter with Glyphalcon and using Graviton Lance, that's a way better combo that just makes more sense for what you're going for there compared to using Insurmountable. But that's just an example off the top of my head. Leave your thoughts down below. We can have a conversation about it. If you guys enjoyed the video and found it informative, be sure to hit that like button. Helps with the video a ton. And like I said before, if you guys want more content from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell to be notified for when I do drop more content. With that being said, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.